What's up, guys? Welcome back to PKG. I'm here with Mike, like always. What's up? And we're here to talk about the new Pokemon Presents, what they just came out with, all the new stuff that they just came out with a couple days ago. So before we get into that, as some of you might see, I've changed my background. This will be my new permanent setup. I bought a desk and a bookshelf, and I put all my nerdy shit all over it. So as you can see, lots of Pokemon and stuff, and there'll be more stuff coming, so stay tuned. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. It was exciting because Mike pointed out, and I was like, yay! But yeah, so we'll start off with the video. We'll talk about the stuff that they talk about, our thoughts, our opinions, and just different things about it. And then what was disappointing, what was cool, what we're excited for, and then stuff that we think they should have done, and questions why they didn't or why they did. But we'll get into that in a sec. So yeah, what are you going to say, Mike?
10,000 likes, and Evan will do a tour on his whole entire room.
Buddy, how about 100 likes and I'll do it. 100 likes. If this video gets 100 likes with 30 subs, I will do it.
We gained 10,000 subs from this video alone now.
No, if we get 30 subs and 100 likes on just this one video, I will do a tour and show every single thing on that bookshelf. Now, I share this room with my girlfriend, Maddie. She's got her desk over there, her makeup, all that, and then she's got her shelf on that side, and then all the rest of the stuff is mine. I will give you guys a tour and show you every single little thing on that shelf. I will show you my Pokemon collection, the card collection, my Yu-Gi-Oh card collection. I have framed cards up there. I got to fill the other one up. But maybe I'll do a card video. Eventually me, Mike, and Maddie or whoever will do an opening, because I know Maddie wants to do that. So we'll do that eventually. But yeah, 100 likes, 30 subs. I'll show you everything on my shelf.
Okay. Back to the actual topic at hand.
Okay, so starting off, the first thing, Pokemon Smile. With this game, can you call it a game?
No, it's not a game. It's just telling kids to brush their teeth.
But you know what? I downloaded it. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to try it out just because I haven't got an opinion yet on it, and also Ryan told me to, and I feel like I need to play it just to try it. I think it's kind of cool. Pokemon did release a statement saying they were going to try to get away from mobile games, which I appreciate, even though like Pokemon Go and Pokemon Masters are like two of the best mobile games that I'm playing right now. Those are the only two that I continuously play. But with this game, I think it's cool. It's getting a younger audience into Pokemon. It's very child friendly. Like the animation and the art's very cute. And it's getting kids to brush their teeth. Like, it's kind of cool. It's not something I expected. I feel like they could have used their time on something different, which we will get into later. But I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. Cool idea. And it's kind of helpful. Changes the world, I guess you could say. I just don't know how many people are going to be playing it. And I don't know how many parents are going to get their kids to do it. So I don't know. What do you think? I guess you don't like it.
I don't know a whole lot about it itself. If you're gonna try it, I'll try it, because why not?
Well, you don't have to. I can let you know how it is, but
yeah, I don't know. It's kind of lame to me, I guess. But I guess it is what it is. Pokemon's gonna keep trying to go for the younger demographic, and that's how they're gonna do it.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Like, maybe it is helpful for the older generation, because, like, I'll be honest, I don't brush my teeth nearly as much as I should. I don't think anybody does. Maybe this is what'll help. Maybe I'll want to brush my teeth more. Who knows?
Yeah, because Charmander on the game is brushing his teeth.
Charmander. Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
I don't know what
I think
it is.
It's Pikachu, actually. I think it's Pikachu.
No, I definitely don't want it. It's fantastic.
But yeah, it's like talking about how, like, you can fight gingivitis Pokemon or something, and it's like, I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, we'll move on from that. It's just one of those games where I'm kind of like, nobody really cares. It's just gonna pass, but whatever. Moving on, another mobile game, the Pokemon Cafe Mix, I believe is what it's called. I really liked Pokemon Shuffle. I used to play it all the time. I kind of got bored with like those kind of games, like that game, Candy Crush. Like I just kind of got bored of those. But this one seems interesting. I'm probably not gonna play it. I don't think I downloaded it. I probably won't, just because I think the mechanic is a little bit too much for me, and I don't think it's like a game that I look at and go, "Wow, I need to play that."
Yeah.
Not really into it that much. So I don't know.
The thing with them making mobile games, it's like you made Pokemon Go and you made Pokemon Masters, and those are two games where everyone was like, holy shit, okay, we got to play these games. And then you come out with games like this.
The generic basis of the Pokemon game is in it. Yeah, the generic Pokemon basis is in it. It's, here's a trainer, a Pokemon. You can like level it up, make it better, more powerful. You evolve it, and you fight with it. That is Pokemon.
Yeah.
Not cafe, fucking doodle circles, and your fucking points and brushing your teeth. I don't know. And they released a statement where they said they were going to stop, or they were going to slow down on the mobile games, which I appreciate.
Just you wait.
Why?
I have a statement later about mobile games and how they're not really telling the truth when they say they're not going away from it.
That's true. Okay, we'll get into that later. But for right now, those two games I don't really care about. They're just going to pass. They're kind of like Magikarp Jump. They'll be kind of cool at the beginning and then out the window. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they'll be good. But I'm not really going to try the cafe one. I'll do the Smile for a bit. I'm kind of curious how they work, but not really too thrilled. They're not Pokemon games that I'm like, ooh, it's Pokemon. I know about it because it is Pokemon. But anyway, we'll move on. I think the biggest and most exciting part about the entire thing is Pokemon Snap and the remake.
Sure.
Now, disclaimer, I never played it on the 64.
I didn't either.
I don't know much about it. Well, I have the idea what it's about. You take pictures of Pokemon, and it's like a whole thing. I don't have the nostalgia aspect. Sorry. I'll let you speak in a sec. Do not interrupt me. But I don't have the nostalgia behind it. I know it's a game. A lot of people are really excited about it. It's really cool. I'm excited about it. I think it's a very cool concept. And I've actually saw a lot of things where it's like it looks so much better than Pokemon Sword and Shield. Like Sword and Shield doesn't look bad, but it's not great. Like it just looks good. It could have been better. But this game looks unreal compared to it. So I don't know. It's exciting for some people, I guess.
I think I'm going to appreciate it a lot more now. And obviously I didn't play it for N64. I didn't want to play it for the N64, but I think this one, since I have grown up and I have done a program with cameras and stuff like that, I think it will be something that I will try and play more and something I will be more fascinated with as I do grow up and as I do have that kind of situation with me. I think I will download the N64 one just to try it first before I pick it up because I don't want to pay money and then not like it. So I think I'm going to play N64 Pokemon Snap.
Good luck. I mean, if you have the emulator, you could try it, but I was going to say good luck finding that thing.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to do it on the emulator. Let me know if you want me to do it for the channel. I can do it for that. My artistic eye, you know.
Wow. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like I have to play the original one just kind of see.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Because, like, if it's coming out on the Switch, which it is, I'm not going to drop $80 on it. Like, that's not that kind of game.
Yeah, I should probably make 50.
Well, they won't. They'll make it 80 or 70, just like every other Switch game, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, with this game, is like, to me, when I look at it, it's a game where you're a camera and you take pictures of Pokemon. And that's kind of cool for some people. I have no intent or joy or motivation to go out of my way to play that. Like, there might be objectives, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, there is.
But like, I just don't see any value in it to me because that's not the kind of Pokemon game I enjoy playing. If I try it, maybe. But to me, not cool. For all the people that love the original and have the nostalgia, 100%. Sorry?
Dan loves it.
Dan? Yeah, I know Dan and Ryan and those guys love it, and they have that nostalgia and stuff. So if they get it, maybe I'll play it with them, see what it's like. But I don't know. I definitely think Pokemon Stadium should have been a remake before this. And if they do it, that'd be a little bit more like I would actually be more interested in playing it. But yeah, I'm with this game. I'd have to play it just to understand it because, frankly, I don't. But it is exciting. I am excited for other people who got to play it. I like the idea of remakes, which again we will get into later because oh my god, we have a lot to say about remakes. But anyway, we'll move on from there. Anything else that you have left to say about that?
No, not really.
Okay, cool. A couple minor things as well from what they released. I know Pokemon Go, they released like the Galarian Farfetch'd, which was kind of cool. I hope they kind of do small releases like that more and more, but I feel like with COVID and stuff, they've slowed down everything. Like they've added new features, but they need to like start progressing the game. Like the Community Day Weedle was kind of dumb, and all the other options were more dumb.
Yeah.
So I wish they kind of get back on track with that. I always knew they were going to have to take a break because you're going to run out of Pokemon with the pattern that they were doing. But why can't they just give us new Pokemon? Weedle was the only thing in there that was new or didn't have a shiny. Like, why? Why would you pick Squirtle or Ghastly or Sandshrew? They're already shiny variants. You don't need it. Anyway, we'll move on from there.
Gibble.
Yes, Gibble. Or the starters. That'd be cool. The Isle of Armor DLC. Mike, have you played it yet?
I have not. I haven't had time.
Okay. So I've played it. I really enjoyed it. I think it was amazing. Even though for a short DLC, I thought the story was very cool. The island is just one big wild area, which again is super cool. Sharpedos are scary as fuck. They're no joke. They are faster than you on your bike, and you have to boost to get away or have like fucking maneuver skills unreal because these things are terrifying. And if you get into the zone of like 2 or 3 of them at a time, it's impossible to escape and it's scary. So besides that, I think it's very cool. I like the Alolan Diglett. You have to like find 150 of them, which is really cool. You get Kubfu, you get Galarian Slowbro, you get like all these Pokemon, all these things, different Pokemon, and for your Pokedex and stuff like that. I think it's very cool DLC. I think it's a very good stepping stone towards what they're going to be coming out later, and I'm super excited for that. But I definitely like that. I also really like the Zeraora raids. I don't know if you heard about this, Mike, but the majority of the raids right now is Zeraora. You can't catch it, but if 1 million people or something did it, everybody gets a shiny variant of it, which is dope. So I'm excited about that. I didn't really get to use Zeraora or really know much about it when it first came out. So this is the first time I've really like paid attention to it. So that's kind of cool. I'll take it, but I really like the DLC. I thought that was really cool what they did. I was worried that they would kind of just like fuck it off a little bit or then focus on other bullshit, but they did good. I was happy with it. So yeah.
I haven't played it yet. Probably will like within the next couple of days here. Just
do you have it?
Not yet. I need to buy it.
Oh, well, you should. It's fun.
I was planning on it.
Yeah, that's okay. I know Ryan doesn't have it either, so
I've been busy editing.
That is fair. I do not blame you for that. Okay, shall we move on to the Piece of la Resistance?
Yes, the Piece of la Resistance.
Guys, for those of you watching this video, please help me understand what the fuck they're doing. Like, sorry if that sounded terrible if you're wearing headphones, but Pokemon Unite.
Okay, so Pokemon Unite came out this video, and the first half of the video, it's a 59-second long video.
So, sorry, hold on. Before that, I'm going to give some context here. They did a Poke Present. Then they said, stay tuned in a week. We have a bigger announcement. It was supposed to be huge. Also, Mike, while you're editing this, timestamp or whatever the fuck you do, there's, while the main guy, I can't remember his name, is talking about this, in the background, there's a bunch of like plushies and toys of just Johto Pokemon, which led to a lot of beliefs about a Johto remake. We will talk about this in a second. We'll get to that later. But they came out with Pokemon Unite in this presentation. And now I will let you finish talking because I needed to get that point out there. We'll talk about this in a sec, but go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so the first 30 seconds of the video, of the 59-second video, is all these clips of other games that say first you traded, and it's just a game trading, and then you battled, and it's battles from all the nostalgic games, and everybody's thinking, oh, this game's going to be amazing, it's going to be huge, it's going to be big. They're showing all the past games. Now they're going to talk about this huge, gigantic world they're about to do, and then they go, and now you can play together, and it's a MOBA. It's a MOBA game. Like, why?
Okay. Let me get something straight here. I think the concept.
Yes, the concept is cool.
Really cool idea. Okay. I understand that they're trying to target MOBA players to get into Pokemon. Yep. I understand that because MOBAs are very big. You've got games like League of Legends and Smite and those things where they are pretty big and people play them all the time. The execution was terrible. You keep people in anticipation, hyping up this game. It is technically a mobile game that crosses onto the Switch. Okay. And that's kind of cool, cross-platform, but it's, again, a mobile game. And
hey, everybody, we're not going to do any more mobile games. It's not going to be a thing anymore, but here's a big mobile game.
No, Mike, it's a console. Okay. But this game, like you were talking about that video previously, I was hyped. I started watching, I was like, oh, this is going to be dope. Like, I thought it was going to be the be-all, end-all game that was going to be like, Pokemon's like, here's the gift to all of you. This is the game that we were going to release in, like, I don't know, 3 years. Even if it was just like a teaser to something where it's like, this is what we're planning to do. Like, and we've talked about this many before. I don't know if I've talked about this in a video in the past about doing this grand Pokemon game where you combine all of the gens and you start off in Gen 1 in Kanto. You beat the game. As soon as you beat it, you go to Johto. Right? And if they want to do it where it's like you play the first game like the originals and it's just the remake, so like a Let's Go, boom, you play that. Then you restart and go to Johto. Same character, you get a new set of Pokemon. Kind of like how Ash does in the TV show. He just gets like a new team. But he still has the Pokemon if you go back to the old place. If you want to go back to Kanto, go for it. Okay? Then you beat Johto, you go to Hoenn, then you go to Sinnoh, then you go to Unova, and you just keep going. And you can switch back and forth. And then once you're the champion of all of them, that's when they release like a whole new post game. Like, do you know how long that would take people to play? That is every single game in a row remade into an amazing console. I know this would be insanely heavy for the gigabyte storage and shit. Like, it would be crazy. But that would be amazing. And that's what I thought. Like, this video that they started with was kind of like, maybe not leading into this, like it might not be as intense, but I thought this video, this little trailer, was leading into something like that, where it's going to be like, here's the game that's going to be insane and everybody's going to play it. Then the whole Johto thing I was talking about before with the toys and shit that he had in the back, everybody thought it was going to be a Johto Let's Play. And when I heard that, I was like, I would play the shit out of that because I played Let's Go Eevee. It was kind of childish, but I really enjoy it. And I really like the idea with no abilities and no held items because I'm not a competitive battler. Mike, I know you're not. Most people aren't. It's a casual recreational game. You just play. And that's what I enjoyed. I enjoyed just having to play like the old games. So when I heard about this, I was stoked. I was like, fuck yeah, that'd be dope. Then they showed this. And I lost my mind. I'm pissed. They got me hyped for nothing.
Trust me, a lot of people were pissed. It was at 100K dislikes, and they had to delete dislikes so that the ratio wouldn't be as bad.
Yeah. Now it's like 20K and 25K.
Yep. Well, not to mention, I don't know why you took away your likes. Your likes was at 60K.
Yeah, their likes are at 60 and their dislikes are at 100 or something.
Yeah, so then you took away both of them, which I never respect. Don't take away your dislikes. That just makes you seem faker, especially if people are noticing.
Yeah. But it's just like don't get me wrong. I watched the gameplay. I thought it was kind of cool. I'm not a what would you call it? What kind of game is it again? I can't remember. MOBA, thank you. I'm not a MOBA player. I never have been. I don't enjoy them. The closest I got to that was like Overwatch, and that's not even a MOBA.
No.
But the thing is, like, this would probably be like one of the only MOBAs I would actually enjoy because it's Pokemon, and I enjoy Pokemon. I like the idea where you level up and you can evolve. I also like the idea where it's like you like, because okay, I'm not an online gamer unless I'm playing with friends. So like Borderlands, Overwatch, COD, all those online games where you're like that kind of stuff, I do not find joy playing them by myself. I'd rather play something else that I can control, like sports games or Pokemon. I will not play those by myself. Okay, but if I have friends that are playing, I will play them, and they're super fun because I'd rather play them with friends. With this game, it's the exact same thing. I will not play unless I'm playing with my friends. So if we play it for a bit at the beginning, great. Maybe we'll do a video about it. Maybe it'll be fun as shit, but I will not play it by myself. I do not find joy in that.
The thing for me that I'm scared of is the Switch is notoriously bad for playing online.
Yep.
I've never had an experience in playing a Switch game where I have felt like I was playing online and it was perfect connection, perfect everything.
Yeah.
Well, I'm scared that this game's just going to be a glitchy piece of crap because nobody can play it because it's always going to be laggy and everything like that.
Well, I feel like it might not be too bad just because it is also on the phone. And like obviously cellular is a far more superior internet connection technically because I know
there's going to be so much cellular for it though.
No, I know. And that's the thing, right? Like if you're on the bus or train trying to play this, unless you have unlimited data, you're going to waste that shit in like 20 minutes. Like there's no way. And you're right. It's going to be like all internet games, don't get me wrong, but like with the Switch and if it's cross platforming with the phone, I feel like it's just going to be like hectic as fuck. And I frankly, like the only time I will ever play it again is once in a while if some friends want to play it. And maybe I'll do that. But this is not a Pokemon game that I go, wow, I want to play that. And I haven't done that in a long time. Whenever they release a mainstream game like Sword and Shield, maybe not so much Sun and Moon, I wasn't too thrilled about that one because I didn't think it was that great. It's not a good game, I don't think. But when they released Sword and Shield, I was actually pretty hyped about it because they introduced like the wild area and a lot of cool features that I was actually wanting them to do. And I got excited. So I was like, sweet. And a lot of the Pokemon, like we've discussed in previous episodes, a lot of them are my favorites now. And I really like some of the Pokemon. Half of it's shit, half of it's really cool. So I got excited about it. I have not gotten excited about a Pokemon game since then. Like,
yeah,
maybe Pokemon Go. That's it. Every other Pokemon game, I'm like, whatever. I don't care. It's just a game.
Well, for me, with making this MOBA game, they have now officially gone to demographics that are not their own demographic. So they're going for the MOBA players. They're going towards these younger kids. Yeah. They're not really going for this niche that have been with you since day one.
Exactly. And I was literally, Ryan was over like a few hours ago. This is exactly what he talked about. They're like, okay, we need to target other people. Okay, not everybody likes Pokemon, but our thing is huge. Like lots of people do. We need to target other people. We need a bigger fan base, which I don't know how that's possible. And the entire world knows about Pokemon. Like it's not invisible. So they're like, oh, let's target a different type of game. So a MOBA. Okay. Let's target mobile devices. Okay. Let's do kids. Which, fair, Pokemon is typically meant for kids. But the problem is, I actually got somebody asked, one of my friends who doesn't really know Pokemon. He texted me the other day and asked me, is Pokemon more typically for kids or people that were kids when it came out? And I was like, honestly, it's more for the people that played it when it first came out, and then they've been trying to target kids. And here's the thing, kids will always like Pokemon. If you introduce new and creative Pokemon games, they'll play it. Like it's not like they won't, right? The problem is they're fucking over us, the people that fell in love with Pokemon and support them. Like all the older generations that enjoy Pokemon, like look at Pokemon Go. I think that was probably one of the best things they could have done, because I know so many people that play Pokemon Go that have no idea what it is. Like I see posts on social media where people look at Obstagoon and they go, "What the fuck is this? I've never seen this before." And I'm like, because you don't play Pokemon, you just play this because you needed an obsession. So, like, this is what we talked about, though. They're trying to target everybody but Pokemon fans. They need to fucking listen to us. Like, the amount of people in the world that could go work for Pokemon and make a game, unbelievable. Oh my God. Like, probably like a quarter of the fan base could probably make the greatest game ever. The problem is they won't, because they want to keep selling shit that people will buy, hoping that it'll live up to their expectations, and they will never do it, because as soon as they do it, they'll need more. People will demand more, and then it'll just get like terrible again.
Well, the thing
Pokemon Unite. Sorry, go ahead.
The thing with me, it's like, if you make a game that we will like, kids will like it too.
Yeah, you know what? If you make a remake of Johto, like you made a Let's Go Eevee remake, and I'm sure lots of kids enjoyed it because it was new, but it was also a remake that we kind of enjoyed. If you make a Johto remake, same idea. It'll let the newer generation fall in love with an older generation game, and it'll allow the older generation to replay it with the newer concepts. So, sorry, continue.
And you can even have the buddy walking behind him again. You could have everything like that.
Yep.
Everything that you did in Heart Gold and Soul Silver 10 years ago. Something
like that, yeah.
You could do it all again. We all loved Heart Gold and Soul Silver. We would love it again. But then again, we'll talk about it later, what game we actually want.
Yeah. Now, okay. So I was talking to Ryan about this. If they did a Let's Go, you know how they did Eevee and Pikachu? Who would your starters be then? Because to me, I would just say the main three would make the most sense to me. But if you're following the Let's Go pattern, I feel like you need to pick a specific. So apparently people were predicting Togepi and Wooper. Wooper was like, why? But Togepi kind of made sense. I could see Togepi. Then I was like, what if they did Eevee again? Because then Espeon and Umbreon, that'd be cool.
You could, technically.
But what do you think? What would you choose?
Jordan doesn't have a lot of Pokemon where it's just like, oh, that's the mascot of the whole entire... Like, obviously, Togepi would be smart to do.
Yeah. Or Meryl.
Yeah, because Lyra has them, yeah.
I don't know. To me, I feel like they would just have to continue it with either just do the 3 starters as the remake. Yeah. Because I feel like with the Let's Go, the only reason they did the remake was of Yellow, and they just kind of took, oh, Gary got Eevee? Here, you can have Eevee too. Because so many people wanted that, and I'm happy they did that.
Yeah. Back to Pokemon Unite.
Sorry, I wanted to just touch on that quick.
Pokemon Unite, me and Evan kind of talked about it before we started this video, that we felt it was a game that you could have low-key announced and low-key put into the world. If you look at popular games, like Fortnite, for example, it was a game that nobody really knew about until it blew up. Like, it wasn't a game where they announced it to the world. It was a slow...
It wasn't even supposed to be what it was. It was supposed to be about zombies.
No, it was a slow burner, and I think that's what they should have done with this game, is slowly put it out, let it grow, say it's a free game, let people play it, say it's a MOBA, say it's all that, but don't announce it big like this. Don't do this with it. Do a smaller reveal of it. Just say it's out. Just say it's out.
See, what I would have done was switched Snap and Unite.
I would have too.
And Snap, or not Snap, Unite all as one, because then it's like Unite's the big thing for that first present.
Yeah.
So people are kind of like, oh, these are all kind of like cool kind of games they're introducing. And then the next one's like Snap, there you go, boom. And then everybody's like, oh, that's sick. Like they're making the remake. And then they get excited about that. But then they're also kind of like, oh, there's this new stuff that could kind of be cool. They executed it so poorly.
Well, because like you announced 2 mobile games, why not announce this kind of mobile/console game together with that?
Yeah.
And to me, it was just like, this is not a game that's, oh, here we go. Here's our big announcement for the big game that's coming out this fall. It's coming out. You guys are going to play it. To be honest, telling by how many dislikes that thing had, probably not a lot of people are going to play it.
Well, you know what? I feel like people will. I feel like people will try it. And then the people that are like into MOBAs will actually stay with it and enjoy it. But everybody else just kind of like, whatever. And you know, if it blows up, good for them. But the problem, actually, this is one of the other things I have a problem with. It's free to start or free to play. You know, like it's microtransactions. I'm not spending money on this. I've spent money on Pokemon Go. I've spent money on buying all these other games. I'll do that stuff because these are games I enjoy. And to me, it's kind of the same thing. If I spend money with microtransactions on Pokemon Go, it's kind of like the same thing because Pokemon Go is free, but then I'm paying $80 for another game. Kind of evens up to me in my head, but really, we all know it's not. But the thing, with this, it's like it's free to start. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, so the people that are going to be good at this game are going to have to pay for it. So I'm just sitting here thinking like, okay, half the Pokemon out of the 10 that you start with can Mega Evolve. So maybe when you pay for it, you can get Mega Evolutions. I also think that you're going to be able to buy different characters because I'm pretty sure Toxicroak was in the trailer, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know, maybe you can buy different characters as they get released because if you think about it, there's almost 1,000 Pokemon and they've only put 10 in, considering that 8 of the 10 are first gen and then the other 2 are Talon for Flame and Lucario. I'm like, weird choice, but okay. I don't know. I feel like the microtransactions, it's going to be like, okay, it's free to start, so everybody can try it, but in order to play and be good, you have to pay for it. So,
yeah, the thing with me is if they were smart, they would make it a token system, and every single time Pokemon came out, you could pay for it with tokens.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure it'll be something like that, but then you're still gonna have to pay for them to get like a decent amount. Like I've been playing FIFA lately, and like you can play like doing the FIFA Ultimate Team. You can get coins through like playing, and you can buy players and stuff. But to actually get like packs, you need to play a fair bit, which is fine. But you can still do it. But you still can buy coins to become better. You know what I mean? So maybe it'll be okay.
The thing with this is that if it blows up and it becomes this huge esport thing, they look like a genius. But the thing with that
It probably will.
It probably will. I think that's what they were trying to do. They were like, oh, esports is blowing up and it's huge. And Pokemon obviously has a decent esport league-ish. They got the world tournaments and everything like that. But they're like, we need something else. We need something else to be big in esports. So like, let's release this MOBA because MOBA's huge right now with esports and hope that it blows up and becomes an esports league.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. But the problem is, again, they're not the type of console to do that. I want you to think of all the MOBAs and all these esport leagues. Think about what they're run on. The majority of them are run on like a PC or a computer, or maybe Xbox, PlayStation, and then maybe like, because you look at Smash Bros. And some of those Nintendo ones, okay, maybe they're running like a GameCube or some sort of other operating system that allows them to like tweak it. So like Project M and stuff, doing that kind of thing. But most of these things are run on the computer because of the internet connection and the running like the system. I can't remember what the terms are. But to actually run the systems, it takes a lot. The processing, there you go, system processing or whatever. I don't fucking know anymore, but it takes a lot. Okay, so the computer is perfect. If you're going to run this shit on the Switch can barely hold like 10 games before you need to fucking put more storage on. And I can't use internet. The only thing that's actually been successful has been like Animal Crossing, and even then half the time it bugs out. And then you got phones. Who the fuck's going to play it on their phone? Most people like controllers anyway. So if it turns into an esport, great, good for them. But I'm not going pro.
But yeah, so at the end of the day, a game they should have made low key, a game that they shouldn't have made such a big deal about. And if it blows up, it blows up. They look like geniuses. But at the same time, this could have been something that they announced earlier than this, and they shouldn't have made a big deal about it.
I just want remakes, man.
Which is a good transition to what games we want to see.
Yeah, like if you're trying to get the younger audience, just remake the old stuff and let them enjoy it just like we did. Like the way I see it, there's 3 remakes that they should do, okay? 3, which is leading into what you were just talking about. So they did Snap, which is great. That would have been like top 4 for me. Even though I've never played it, I think it's a cool concept. Right, so my third one is a remake. Pokemon Stadium / XD / Coliseum / doing something like that where they turn the old console Pokemon games and remake it. I would love to see a third sequel for XD or Coliseum, and I'd love to see like Pokemon Stadium 3 or something where they remake it with all the Pokemon and they just make it this big thing. That would be dope. I would love that. Okay, so that's that. Like if they came out with that, I would buy it instantly. That would be something I would get no questions asked. If it was $100, I would drop $100. I don't care. That would be something I'd buy. Okay. The second remake that I was like we already talked about would be probably like a Let's Go Johto. I think that'd kind of be cool because they did the Let's Go Eevee. But that would be an interesting concept to do. And then the remake we've talked about, and I'm sure you're going to talk about it, so I'll let you talk about it so that I'm not talking the whole time.
Okay, here's my idea. Call the games. Obviously, it's a Diamond and Pearl remake. We've talked about it already. I'm sure you guys already, as we were talking about, I'm sure they went, oh, it's another talking. They didn't talk
Platinum remake.
So what they're doing, what they should do is name the 2 games, Time Diamond or something like that. And I had this in my head beforehand. I forget what the other one is. Time and what?
Time and Space.
Yeah, so Space Pearl.
Space, Time, and Shadow. Or Phantom.
Yeah, like do that. And then you just take that and you remake it and you put all this cool stuff back in it. You add megas if you want because you have a lot of Gen 4 Pokemon that already have megas. So you can put your megas back in it.
And here's the thing. Gen 4 was kind of like the Gen 2 where they had evolutions and they continued a bunch of stuff, which was awesome. So a lot of favorited Pokemon that weren't good got help. If they gave this, yes, I believe they should introduce megas again through this. So that's my point. Go ahead.
And what they should do with this game is they just remake it. Everybody will love it because obviously everybody liked Diamond and Pearl. We did. I mean, Dialga and Palkia are badass legendaries. Probably one of my Palkia is my favorite legendary. So you can easily promote those 2. And it's easy to make them look super badass in 3D. Like we thought they were badass in 2D or 8-bit. They're probably going to be badass in 3D.
I mean, they're kind of 3D. That's when they started it, but it was really shitty.
So yeah, like it's super easy to make them look badass. The starters are fantastic. We love the starters. We love the Pokemon that are in the game, like the added-on Pokemon and everything like that. You're bringing back your old audience that you had the whole time. You could still make it somewhat kid-friendly for the kids, like put the whole super effective thing underneath the stuff and everything like that so they know what they're doing. Like you have the opportunity to remake this game and grab the attention of your older audience again. This is your opportunity to do that, and that's what you need to do.
Yeah, and like I've talked about this, like me and Ryan were talking about this earlier. They've made Pokemon too easy, too simple, and too boring. Like it's just like now every Pokemon levels up from battle, and every Pokemon, like it's so easy to battle, and every Pokemon's good in every aspect because they make it that way. And like TMs, like don't get me wrong, I really like the ability to have the same DM, and I really like the technical record idea where it's like you don't always have Earthquake at your disposal. But I'm just looking at it where it's like the game's too easy. They're making them too easy. But we've also talked about like how cool would Pokemon Platinum be if they did a remake and playing on your Switch and you're in the Shadow world or whatever, and it was all 3-dimensional, and it was just this like, and they could like really milk it, like, because like I remember in Platinum, like they kind of did it a little bit. It wasn't like a huge thing, but it was like a solid 5 minutes of gameplay, which was kind of cool. They could do it into like this whole other thing and like make it so it's like a decent amount of time in there and you're actually like there's a story inside of it. That would be cool. I would love that. But they probably won't. They'll probably fuck it up even if they did it.
Not to mention, Team Plasma is actually a pretty good team to face off against.
Yeah, they had a mixture of different Pokemon. It wasn't the same fucking poison and dark. Like, don't get me wrong, that's still what they used. Like, Stunky was overused like crazy, but they were actually good. Like, I like Team Magma and Team Aqua. There was a cool concept there. Team Rocket's always cool, but Team Plasma, like, I really enjoyed them. I thought they were a very cool villain, essentially. I thought it was really cool.
And their leader was really good too. Like, I don't remember his name off the top of my head.
It's not Colress because he's from the other gen.
And it's Gen 5.
Was it Colress?
Maybe?
The weird, like, half-moon thing around his head? Oh, no, it was Getsus.
Yes,
Getsus. I thought he was cool. It was super hard to battle him. He was good.
Well, that was the thing with me is, in my opinion, Pokemon Platinum, Diamond, and Pearl were the last hard game. It was the last hard game to play, and it was the last game where you felt like you had a challenge playing the game.
Yep. Well, because here's the thing for me. Blue or Gary in the old games, he was always a pretty good trainer. He always had some pretty good Pokemon, considering that the old games were kind of shitty in terms of move pools and Pokemon selection. The second gen, same thing, Silver, really good trainer. I enjoyed fighting him. The third gen, May was kind of like meh, but you had so many other trainers to battle against, it was fine. And the champion was good. Fourth gen, champion, Cynthia, unreal. Loved her. Super powerful. And the villain and the rival, Barry, again, powerful. They had good teams. It was very enjoyable to fight against. And then from there, it kind of slowly dipped.
Black and White wasn't awful, but it was still like somewhat easy to beat.
But it was like, because X and Y was when you had like 5, like it was like a group of 5 kids, right?
They all sucked.
It was like Shauna and like, yeah, they were all terrible. Black and White was okay. I actually kind of enjoyed Black and White. I thought the story was really cool. Zekrom and Dialga are my 2 favorite legendaries, so those 2 were cool. I enjoyed Black and White for the most part. I might do a replay on the Black 2 just because like I enjoyed playing it, and I like that gen-ish. Not my favorite, but I enjoy it. But after that, it got too easy. Like Sword and Shield, Hop, terrible. He's so bad.
I mean, they made up with it with Leon being actually pretty good, but
I will agree with you there. Leon is probably the most recently, he's been the one trainer I look at and go, holy fuck, I like fighting him. Every time I redo like the champion tournament, I always have him in because I want to face him. He's good. He's got a good team. And then like I really enjoyed the gym leaders. I thought they were all pretty cool, and I like the idea of like fighting in the gyms. But anyway, we won't get into that. It's just all like the newer games just seemed like they were getting easier and easier, and the people you fought against were just getting worse and worse. And like, don't get me wrong, like the Elite Fours and like the champions and stuff, still like they weren't like a cakewalk, but it just seemed like it got too easy, and like I could fight them and not worry about it, you know?
Well, the Elite Four and the champions are kind of easy now because it's like, oh, you can level up all your Pokemon even though you're only fighting with one, so all your Pokemon are going to be good and consistent.
Yeah, well, that was the thing with Sword and Shield. Like, I don't like the first playthrough I did I had Toxtricity. He was literally at the front of my team because he was the lowest level until I got my Dragapult. And that's literally all I would use. And if I needed to switch out, I would, but it was very rare. Like I'm pretty sure I didn't use my my like Corviknight until like end game. Like he just sat there because I never really had a use for him. But I don't know. Like, and again, it's kind of weird not having an Elite Four in Sword and
Yeah.
Shield. It was a very cool concept about how it's like you build up into it and like it's a tournament. I thought that was really, really cool. And having to fight Marnie, Bede, and Hop was meh, but I thought it was a cool kind of like build up to it all. I like how it was different without Elite Four, but
Well,
I kind of missed it.
It wasn't Elite Four per se, but it kind of was an Elite Four at the same time.
Yeah. I think it was X and Y where it's like you didn't have to face the Elite Four in a specific order. It was like
Yeah, you could do whatever you want.
You could choose. Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
I think they did that in Black and White too. I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it was because the guy had Aegislash, or was that X and Y?
No, that's Black 2.
Okay.
/ Black 1. I think they introduced it in Black 2. But I might be wrong. It might be Black 1, but
anyway, it's been so long I haven't played. See how these games are not memorable, people? Do you see this? The first 3 gens were memorable as shit.
4th gen is God tier.
Even what is?
4th gen is God tier.
All right, settle down.
Is God tier. What do you mean?
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, if I had to rank like my favorite gens, like top 3, it'd probably be like in no specific order. I'd probably go 1, 3, and 4. Just yeah, and then 2 somewhere in there. Like just the first 4 gens were easily favorite. Or maybe that's because it's nostalgia and that's what I grew up with, but they're just better. And don't get me wrong, a lot of the Pokemon in the first 4 gens suck. And a lot of them I look at and go, why? What's the point? But most of the Pokemon and most of the gameplay and all of those games are sweet and I love them. So I feel like we're getting off topic. But yeah, a remake. That's what I want. Pokemon Snap, cool. Good for you. It's not for me, but good for everybody else. Good job, Pokemon. I'll give you that.
That's what I'm hoping is the beginning. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, I agree. Like if it's like the beginning of like they start with the 64, they started with the Let's Go. Like they made remakes in the past and they were all awesome, all wonderful games, right? Fire Red and Leaf Green, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, all unbelievable games. Everybody loved them. And if you didn't, I'm sorry. They were awesome. But I'm hoping they're going to go, okay, so we've done the Let's Go. Perfect. That's like the first step. That was just kind of like a whatever game to get the old game to the new generation. And it's more childish, but it's kind of cool. It was super easy, don't get me wrong, but I enjoyed playing it for the nostalgia aspect, and it was a cool concept. A Let's Go Johto would be perfect because you can kind of build from there. A Fortune remake is needed, and you know what? Target the adult audience. Make this shit dark. Sword and Shield, I thought was like very like a good even between the two, but they need to do that. It's a disturbingly like think about it. Giratina is the like shadow Pokemon, right? Like that shit's intense, and it needs to be. But I'm hoping they build from Pokemon Snap and do a Stadium / Coliseum remake. That would be sweet. That's what I want. A console remake or a Sinnoh remake. Those are my 2.
Bada bing, bada boom. That is what we want. We want Gen 4 remake. We want Pokemon XD / Coliseum / that remake. We want a Johto remake. And then just keep building from there. Eventually you'll get to a Black and White remake. Eventually you'll get there. Don't do it right away, but eventually you'll get there.
And you know what? If they take their time, if they take like 5 years to make it, just to make it good, I'm okay with that. Take the time. Take all the time you need to make a game good. But do not rush it. Yeah, tease it eventually, like maybe a year out, but do not rush it. Do not make it bad. Make it good. Listen to your fans. Like you don't have to put everything in, and you don't have to necessarily like copy people's ideas, but give us what we want. That's what's going to make you money, by giving us what you want. Listen to your fans. Enough of this like Because you know what? They probably just listen to a marketing team and bullshit like that where they go, oh, this stuff sells and the data and the numbers and like all this stuff. Fuck off. Listen to your fans. They know what they're talking about. And if you don't think we do, then go fuck off because we're not going to buy your shit. Sorry, I got excited.
Eventually, we're gonna stop buying your games because we're just gonna get tired of it.
Yeah.
I know everybody watching is gonna be pointing at us, going, "That's bullshit. You're still gonna buy the game." But eventually,
you know what? Fine. You know what? For say the next 3 Pokemon games, you're right. I will probably buy them. But the problem is, I will buy them in the sense where it's like I feel like I need to try them first, and I feel like there will be stuff still where they introduce things, or like 8-Gen. There's lots of Pokemon in there that I actually really like now, and I enjoyed playing 8-Gen. I'm not saying it's a bad game, right? I actually think it's one of the best games they've had in a while, but it's going to get to the point where I just look at a game, like I will not play any more mobile games. I might try out the Unite or whatever, but I'll do it on the Switch. I won't do it on my phone. Pokemon Go was great. Pokemon Masters was good. Other than that, not really caring. But all the other games, like Mystery Dungeon, I liked it on the Game Boy. Did they have it on the Game Boy? No, it was DS.
Yeah.
Or was it on the Game Boy? I don't know. The first Mystery Dungeon I really enjoyed, but after that I didn't care anymore for it, just because I lost interest and I didn't think it was as cool. And same with a lot of these other fucking games. I'm not into them anymore, and I've stopped playing them. I've stopped downloading them. I stopped buying them, and it's getting to the point where it's like if they keep coming out with stupid shit, I won't pay for it. I won't buy it.
People should use videos that people are putting out right now saying that they don't like the games. Use it, make it big. If you want this to change, you have to make these videos huge and make them see that we're not happy.
Yeah, and like, of course, YouTubers are always going to share their opinion, and I'm sure we're all very similar. And there's been lots of people I've watched videos where they give positive reviews about it. And okay, I know we've been super negative, especially me. Do not get me wrong. Pokemon Unite could be a very cool game. It's a cool idea, cool concept. I'm actually kind of interested to see how it'll turn out, and maybe I'll play it a little bit just to see. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. I don't know yet. I just think they executed poorly, and it does not make me excited how they did it. They got me hyped with the video, but they ruined it with the game, and it did not work together. Okay, so that's why I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm just super disappointed and frustrated that they keep doing this shit, okay? And just like everybody says, you hate it when your parents are disappointed in you. Being mad's one thing, but when they're disappointed, it's a whole other level of guilt. So I just, do not get me wrong. I enjoy the idea. Bad execution. Sorry, Mike, go ahead.
But I think the fact that they had 100K dislikes and they had to delete their dislikes shows.
Yeah. So, you know what? Yeah, if you guys want change, I don't know if sharing a bunch of videos is the way to do it, but I feel like, and I actually watched this dude earlier today. I can't remember his name, but he said the best thing you can do is, I think it was like play the game, but don't pay for anything and just keep disliking the video. Like just show them that you're not happy, but still play if you want. Just don't pay for it. The second thing you can do is just don't do anything at all. Don't touch it. And then the other thing is play it, pay for it, do whatever you want, but just understand that if you're going to enjoy it and if you like it, they're going to keep doing it. So
yeah, just
that's my thought.
Yeah, leave comments down below whether or not you like the game, like the ideas, anything like that. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Piece of Kaake Gaming. And yeah, I think that's going to be all from us here today.
Yeah, thanks for listening to me bitch and moan about this. Yeah, if you're excited for it, let us know. If there's any more info that you think is really cool and you're excited about, let us know. Maybe it'll be something that we missed. Let us know what you want as remakes. If you think there's a different remake you want, or you're excited for any of the ideas that we came up with, again, let us know. We always like hearing from people and understanding. And even though there might not be a whole lot of comments on our other videos, a lot of the friends that do watch our videos, we talk to them about this and they share their ideas with us. So it's always nice to hear about that. So yeah. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks, you guys.
Sorry, Mike. One last thing. Make sure to, I know this is probably after our Smash Bros video, but make sure you go and check out our Smash Bros video that we just released. They're dope, super entertaining. Also, go watch our previous videos if you haven't. This month, which I believe we're in the month of July, we're doing type of the month. So make sure you stay tuned to figure out what typing we're doing next. It's going to be our first actual typing, so make sure you're paying attention to social media and watching to find out. We're going to have lots of guest appearances in the future, but yeah, we're also going to start doing gameplays, so stay tuned for those. We're excited. We're going to get the emulators going. So make sure you pay attention and figure out what we're going to do next, because it's a secret.
Yeah, so make sure you guys subscribe and leave a like on this video, and we will see you guys all later.
See you later.